Hey, today I want to talk about a concept that perhaps you've heard of. It's called the Uncanny Valley, right? I'd never heard of it until a couple days ago. My son had brought up the idea to me about what the Uncanny Valley is. And then we did some research into it, and I thought it was a fascinating concept and directly tied to AI, right? So I'm going to take the concept a little bit further and challenge the obsession with making robots that look like us as humans. So, first of all, what is the uncanny valley? The uncanny valley is that weird feeling we get when we see something that's almost human, but not quite, right? It's that eerie, unsettling reaction triggered by small imperfections like the wrong skin texture, really stiff, blinking, unnatural movements, right? You may have seen in the movies like The Exorcist or something like that, or they show some weird, creepy figures that move awkwardly. Instead of feeling amazed, right, we feel creeped out by looking at it. And the closer a robot looks to a real human without being perfect, the stronger that discomfort actually becomes. And that's called the uncanny valley. And to me, I tie it directly to the concept of humanoid robots. That's what comes to mind for me. Because here's something I want to challenge, right? Is why are we even trying to make robots look perfectly human in the first place? Honestly, I see it as more of a vanity project than a practical goal. Engineers, perhaps they want to prove that they can replicate the human form and behavior, but for what real world benefit? It's impressive technically, but when you zoom out, it often doesn't serve the real function of what we actually need robots to do. So here's why I think robots should look different. Instead of trying to force robots into a human mold, we should focus on form following function. So robots should be designed to be effective, not human looking. Think about robotic arms on factory floors. They don't have legs or faces or even look remotely human, and yet they're incredibly efficient for an operation. So trying to make a humanoid robot creates extra complexity, engineering problems, psychological barriers for users, and maintenance headaches with very little functional payoff likely to come from that. One of those psychological barriers is indeed the uncanny valley. To wrap it all up, look, at the end of the day, it's not about making robots look human. It's about making robots work for humans. And sometimes that means embracing designs that are proudly, unapologetically not human at all.